I just want to let you know we had our Boggle party last Friday. It's our second annual Boggle party to support literacy in our literacy program at the Y. And we had a great turnout, raised a great amount of money for the literacy program, and more than anything, just expanded the awareness of what a critical program it is and the need in the community. So Marcy, I think you're ready, and I think our camera's ready. So,
and just before I play, I think I'll preface this that the reason I'm playing is that we are planning to have some harp therapy and relaxation therapy both for parents as well as to teach kids how to soothe themselves and calm themselves. So that's why this is happening.
Wonderful. And this is going to be a program through Parks and Recreation?
Through Parks, yes.
Excellent.
For YEP, yeah.
Wonderful. Wow, that was wonderful, Marcy. Wow. Thank you. Yeah, I could definitely feel the therapy. Your mind just floats off and goes off in all sorts of great directions. So thank you. I really enjoyed that.
Thanks for having us.
So that was a nice interlude. For the rest of the show, I'm actually going to go ahead and turn on our phone line. So if anybody wants to call in and ask any questions to Marcy or Dennis or myself, or make comments about some of the issues we're discussing, we'd love to have you call. The phone number's up on the screen, 238-7518, and go ahead and give us a call, and we'd love to hear from you. Now, Dennis, I understand you've also got some big aspirations and some exciting opportunities in the future that you're looking at?
Absolutely, Jay. You know, I've been a part of the New Hartford community for 11 years now, and back in February, I filed as a petitioning candidate to run for first selectman, and that was successful, and I'm going to be running for selectman this year.
That's exciting.
That's right.
Well, certainly,
I'm
good luck to
excited
you.
about it. Thank you. I'm very excited about that.
I know it's not certainly not an unheard of path. I know where I live in Glastonbury, the town manager is the former Parks and Recreation director.
Okay.
So I know us Park and Rec directors have good managerial expertise.
There
So
you go.
good luck to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And I'm sure you'll bring a good element of health to the office as well.
I will. I absolutely will.
Whip the rest of the employees into shape as well. And now I know summer's coming up, and that's the busiest time of year. But even in the spring, we talked about the race. What are some other programs people might want to consider? Are there good hiking trails in New Hartford that people can take advantage of?
Yeah, you can definitely come to New Hartford. We have some of the best hiking trails in the state. I mean, over 200 acres of land there in New Hartford. You got to come to Brody Park if you want to get a good hike in. Come to Brody Park, check out some of the trails. Check out the beaches, the parks. We have a lot of good things going on.
Do people have to be a resident of New Hartford to take advantage of any of that?
Absolutely not. You do not have to be a resident. You can participate in every one of our programs. You do not have to be a resident.
And what about coming to use the trails?
Same thing with the trails. We welcome that. We want you to come to New Hartford, use the trails, stop by a restaurant, spend some money, and help us out there. So please, by all means, come check us out.
Now, how about programming at the lake? Are there any restrictions to use of the lake?
No, it's just the same thing with our residents. There's a fee, and there's an out-of-town fee that you have to pay to get into the lake. But every year we have people from all over that take advantage of the lake. So it's a really good program. So come out to the lake as well.
It is beautiful. It's probably a well-kept secret outside of town, I would imagine. Oh, we have a caller. Let's see. Hi, thanks for calling Focus on Health. What can we do for you?
Hi, I just wanted to let you know that I really enjoyed the harp music.
Oh, we're so glad.
Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks so much for calling. Excellent.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we love those kinds of calls. Absolutely. So if you enjoyed that, give us a call as well. Actually, some of my favorite things on the lake are making use of the boats, and I know you have a wide variety of boats people can use, canoes. And
we have spots. If you have a boat that you want to moor at our lake, that we have a boat mooring spot. Also canoes, if you want to store your canoe up there, we have a rack for that. So we get a lot of people that take advantage. Marcy loves our lake. Like you say, it was the best kept secret, and she stumbled upon it one day, and she hasn't left.
I haven't.
Now, what's your connection? You practice in Simsbury. Do you live in town?
I practice in Simsbury, and I live in Simsbury.
And live in Simsbury,
And the
okay.
connection, the reason I found out about Dennis was that I had left Lake Congamong, and I was mourning the loss of my lake with my kayaks. And so I found out that, fortunately, the town does let out-of-towners come in and rent. And I'll tell you, it was a tough act to follow, but it has surpassed my greatest hopes in terms of natural beauty. The town has terrific resources. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And now, what else can you tell me about the? Excuse me. About some of your programming facilities.
Well, as far as the facilities, we have a lot of our cabins are rented out to our civic organizations. We started in 2004. We called it Restore in 2004, where we had about 10 cabins that had been left. The park was purchased in 1986, and Dr. Brody and his family sold the park to the town. And you can imagine that other entities was ready to pounce on that. But Dr. Brody said he wanted it to be a part of the town, and that's the way it went. And
that's a huge asset.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I think it's one of the best decisions that could have been made in the history of New Hartford. And one of the things, to Restore in 2004, we had a bunch of cabins that were ready to be torn down, and our parents came together and say, you know what, we want to make sure we keep these cabins up. And the Cub Scouts took a cabin, the Lions Club, and so on and so on, and they restored these things, and they look like hotels inside. I mean, all volunteers, came out to make sure that these cabins stayed up.
And now they're, I think, individually operated by different organizations.
Yeah, individually operated by civic organizations, like I said, Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, Lions Club, and they did a great job.
And that's wonderful that the community can all each take a piece of that and really have some ownership of the facility, and have that at their disposal.
You're right.
I have to say, as a psychologist who kayaks there often, I'm exposed to this camp program quite a bit. And last summer was my first summer, and I was struck by the calm, and not just that they were having fun, but those counselors and lifeguards are really clear about expectations for behavior. And to see that happening at the cost that's being, kept there is pretty surprising. I think there aren't a lot of places that can claim that. So it's a really wholesome, healthy place. Yeah.
Absolutely. And now, we've talked about that we partner. Are there other partnerships that you really get to work with, whether it's other towns or other organizations or other departments within the town?
Right now, we're looking to branch out. A great relationship with you guys, the YMCA. I know we're looking to do a lot of things. One of the things I enjoyed last year, we did the Freezing for a Reason, where we stayed outside. I can't remember what the temperature was, but it was cold. And I'm looking forward to that again. You guys doing that again?
Absolutely, yeah. Well,
Right.
this December, we're hoping to have a full green full of tents. We had just the 5 of us this year, but next year we'd love to have hundreds of people, and we'd love to surpass the $10,000 that you helped us raise this year.
I think we can do that.
And for a great cause to support homelessness.
And also, you may have forgotten, but we don't want to beat you up too bad. But we talked about the Northwest Corner Cup where New Hartford was going to play Winstead. So I think we had picked the day.
Absolutely.
To do that. I may just coach. I pulled a hamstring the other day, but I may just be
sure. Start the excuses now. One of the things that I'd love to get going, there's actually a fledgling team or fledgling group playing here in Winstead is Ultimate Frisbee. They play over in the park, and it'd be great to have another group going over in New Hartford, on the facility there, and maybe some inter-team play. It's definitely Ultimate's my sport of choice. So I'm always looking to expand it whenever possible. But that'd be a great place. Maybe we'll include that in the cup.
I think so. I think that's a good idea.
And let's see. Well, we only have about a minute or two left. Any parting thoughts that you want to make sure our audience knows about?
Well, my parting thoughts is, I want everybody to come out to the panel on Thursday night, 7 o'clock. And, anybody who can't make it out, I would say to parents, challenge adults who, we want to challenge adults who see kids, our young people, poorly. And also we come up with a new way of thinking, because there's a reason why our young people disconnect. And we need to meet them on their terms sometimes, and not just all on our terms. And also to be hopeful, because there are a lot of discouraging things going on in the world right now. And our eyes have certainly seen a lot of pain. But one thing that we do know, and one thing that we should stick to, is that young people are the bright lights for the future, for the present and the future. And we shouldn't surround them with darkness.